Well, hello there everyone and welcome to the Afro League. This is the test race that we did yesterday. First up, I'd just like to say thank you for all those who are subscribed recently. We are now in double figures, 11 subscribers now, yes. 11 subscribers, so a huge thank you to everyone who subscribed. Making double figures now, hopefully we can progress on now to maybe 3 figures, we'll have to see. The second thing to note is that you can already tell that the audio is messed up. There was huge things. Perhaps Codemasters may have fixed it because there was an issue with the sound, and I had that issue with the sound. In their dispatch patch notes, which was released today, this was recorded yesterday, so I had huge lag problems as well. So recording, you might not see recordings of this series in future. But apparently there is going to be an official highlights or something going on with that. I don't know quite what's going to happen with that yet. I know it was streamed by other YouTubers. Light Cruiser is one of the administrators. He streamed it last night, so I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description below as we come out of the pits. And come out of the pits as somebody, and people are already disappearing. That's how laggy it was last night. Yes, I think it was my recording which destructed my CPU. There's a Ferrari ghost inside me already, as you can already see. We're not even at the end of the pit lane. Okay, it's got to disengage the pit. He's already come out with yellow damage, which you're just going to let everybody go through. Yeah, there are people who are a lot faster than me. Somebody's gone off, I don't know, braking there, or it's caused somebody to go off. But yeah, let's get into qualifying and see what we can do. Unfortunately, as you can probably tell, it's not gone well. We're on lap 1 and it's not, well, to starters it's not recorded showing our current time. Anyway, we track a stand there and absolutely get nothing. But fortunately, this was the slowest lap in the world around Silverstone. Because there's medium traction available, I lost the back end 1,000 times. We blocked the runner there, an absolute treat. I can only say apologies for that. I did take the racing line. Those lags past. Somebody else lags past as well. Yeah, you can already see why. The next got another test race in the full series will begin in September. But I won't be recording until I can prove that I can record without having an effect on the CPU. So there'll be some tests, which means there'll be some multiplayer races on Steam coming up at weekends. So if you want a chance to get on the channel through multiplayer on PC, then let me know down in the comments. Oh, I actually start offline. That's why I got confused there. It's like Cruiser got last far. So we go down into turn 1. We're doing okay at the moment. Now we go wide. It's not what. And we lose the back end there. We're out. As Fapper goes fastest, he's Swedish, so clearly a Marcus Ericsson fan as well, because he's in that Sauer as well. No, I'm joking. And Rick Vage, our teammate, goes fastest as well, so oh, we lose the back. Why is it on F1 2070 you go up to a white line, and I've tried losing assist. Oh, this is me being an idiot. The back end is our teammate, so we almost reverse into our teammate, who's pretty much up there. Pretty much, we're not going to be up there. He's not going to be winning the constructors, but he might win the drivers. Basically, I'm the Jolyon Palmer to his Hulkenberg. I think we'll leave it as that. As we come up to the first sector, it's on 1 minute 12, which is we're 58 minutes. Oh, good. As soon as we get some momentum, I don't know if it's like we got the dirt on our tyres, it's causing us to spin. If you know why, let me know down in the comments. So I really need help to not finish last in the series. Just go around the cup, just... Well... I know not to mash this button, but manage this, we need to get the momentum, and then... But even the second, we're losing us. And, is that like Cruz then? It is, yes. I did actually block him in his video, so I was very laggy in his video, so that's why he pulled off, but he said he'd already ruined the lap anyway, so it wasn't improving. He'd actually done a whole lap by the time I was still halfway through mine. That's how slow we are. But I am. Hopefully we can improve, and it's just trying to get used to racing, but you can see that we just lose the back end on the curves again. Definitely need more practice. Obviously the weekend, next race is Suzuka, which is my worst track of all. One of my worst tracks, because I just cannot stay on that track, even with traction on, full traction on. So it's been a few years since I've raced around there, because I never got past it in Korea. I'd always been putting it on. But personally, for me, it'd be interesting to see what I won't be recording that race. I might have to think about recording on a mobile. Let me know, depending on how much interest this video gets, as my preview freezes up and freezes again. We're going to come across the line here to do a 3 minutes 38.5, the slowest lap ever around Silverstone. And we took too much. And we gave up at this point and decided, because there's no return to garage on here, you have to drive out. I can't be bothered to drive a whole lap. 3 minutes, we wouldn't get round again to start another lap. And with that, we just had no chance around Silverstone. So I decided to retire. A few other people have retired as well. So at the end of the session, oh, this is Baz. He's in the Red Bull. He was coming into the pits, and this is weird. He's like parked there. He'd actually retired. I think he'd actually retired at this point, but something was going on. The game is clearly broken online, and they patched it today. Baz is retired now, so obviously Light Cruiser is just sitting in the pits. So basically, Mr. Ron gets a penalty for corner cuttings. That's the only penalty I've ever seen. Cozzy and James, well, didn't manage much. They were tired. I don't know if I caused one of them or not. I think somebody took out a pit board. But let's progress to the race, see what we can do. I'm not optimistic, for starters. I didn't look at the race strategy, which is what I should have done. But I also missed the start here. James goes round the outside. He didn't just gone through us, because we would have ghosted. But anyway, that is 5 red lights, and you can see we're already in last, doesn't it? But already somebody's gone off at turn 1. This is partly what I was thinking. We move up into P12, braking down into the first corner, 4th gear, moving down to 3rd. I do have automatic gears on, but I'm braking the entire for myself and also that Ferrari has so much. I don't know if that's the lag or something, but that Ferrari just went clean round the outside. So we move up to 8th gear, 185 mark. I did run with 7.6 wins for this race. Not sure if that I didn't know what to do. That was most comfortable with the traction I found time trial. But I think there's a difference between time trial and the race, and certainly we're going to have to find. And James goes round the outside, clearly round the outside. Track is down there. He goes off wide, and then we go to avoid him, and we end up on the grass. We try and correct it, but unfortunately we steered into a wall, and that was us out the race with only half a lap. Typical. If you've been subscribed to me a long time, you know that I should have just stayed on the track and hoped and prayed the game. Because it would have been rear on rear as well, which would have spun me round, perhaps ending the wall, but that was unfortunate and we had to retire. But on the plus side, we got front row seats for what's to come. Here is James, he's on the medium, and here comes Jarmo, who's Estonian. I don't know what's going on with the pit. The pit went every time I follow somebody in the pits with broadcast, it just stayed in the pit. You did not see that, eyes, and that was not a glitch. He did go out on full wets. Apparently he was trying to select softs, but what can you do? Just watching James here now. He's doing okay, he's keeping it on the road, which is good. Mysterion, he went out down the outside and he had that turn of corner for it. Looks like he's coming up to Ozzy. Let's go and have a look at the front with our teammate, Francisco. He's like he's keeping. Seems to be a front four, and there seems to be a little bit of gap to everybody else. So I don't know. This wasn't the full lobby, so you're interested to see what everybody's pace like really when we get forward. I know I'm going to be about at the back, as you guys, those of you who've been subscribed long enough. Here's Salah. It's 8, that's it. Alamar is in 12th now. Don't know if he's struggling. Here's Jarmo on his full wets. He loses the traction on the thing and you can't take like this, and that's him out of the race. It's fortunate for him, but he couldn't make it round, but it's only a test race, and plus he also gets to see it. So we're on board with our teammate. Coming in soon to make their pit stops to the softs. The game, if this is your first view of the channel, or indeed the game, then the tyre strategy is super soft to soft, but you can see everybody's made their stops now, lap 8 now. We're on board with Salalak, and he's going to have a look at Francisco for the lead. And says, Light Cruiser is behind, and let's see where else we got. James is in last, and he's going a long way on those mediums. I think those mediums, I don't know if the tyre wear has been what's the word I'm looking for? Grown so you can make, you know the word I'm explanated, but I can't pronounce it. But basically, I'm not sure you'll be able to do that in career mode. Do pretty much 2 races on the medium tyres, because he must have no wear whatsoever. Cozzy is only behind him, but I think he's struggling. Traction. And then, as we move back to the battle of the way, I don't know what else happened to Papapo. He's dropped behind really, but he's still in 4th. So we are following Light Cruiser now. It's now a top 3 battle to finish this race. So this is going to get interesting. Those of you who have not seen it and don't know what happened, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but we'll be able to see what happens. So Light Cruiser's getting very close to Mantis, and Is he gonna have a look at the update into our village? No, he's not. No, villages. Call myself an F1 fan. Village is the section bar. The other fast. Interesting. This is Brackets and Beckett's. Cops. Actually loses a bit of time there as Mantis lags a bit. He has got the DRS, and Mantis is closer to Francisco than Light Cruiser is to him. And Jama has gone. And it is very late in Estonia, so I don't blame him. Coming around there, this is his swooping village section here now. The crowd are unimpressed because obviously there are no Brits at the front. And I actually looked in one of the panning shots, you could still see my front wing was left out. They hadn't bothered to clean that up. There's no safety car to clean that up, might mess up, so I think there is. I can't see who's at that in the background. Slowly catching them up, but I'm just going to have a quick look out to Francisco. But Lux Fuber is dropped back a little. I don't know if he's conserving his tyres. I don't know how the tyre wear was. I was going to test that. I was going to test that in the second half of the race. Of course, I never got to see that. There seems to be an interesting battle behind, but on board with, and Mantis is lagging again. He's coming up to Francisco now, and he's coming up to overtake him. Just stay on with board with the light cruiser and Cloud. Obviously, equal cars as well, so Mantis is getting very close to Francisco. I wonder if he's going to line up and move into the end of the second DRS straight. Obviously, it's a single line through here, and stay on board with Light Cruiser. See what happens if he takes this section flat. So this is a lesson for us all. He drops off a little bit. Does 100, and that second bit drops off. On board with Mantis. He's getting in the slipstream, as I said, and he's getting very close to Francisco. It takes a bit of contact. Bit dodgy, mate, but that passes a pass, and Francisco tries to come back upside. I'm not going to make any calls on that, as it's only a test race, but look at this rubbish. First, Mantis is clearly leading up forward, and Francisco goes down the other side. Can Mantis, this is a beautiful panning shot by the way. Can Mantis hold around? He can. There's a bit of time battling with the lag and everything, but Mantis holds on to the lead for now. Both have DRS on. Francisco takes a look. And what will... Oh, Light Cruiser is up Francisco's side, and that touch wheels a bit of lagging there. Light Cruiser does lag forward a bit there. Again, let me know down in the comments on what you thought on everything. as Light Cruiser once again, he's getting very close to Francisco, but that's the race. Oh, this is the last lap, sorry. So this is going to be it for the race. Probably, I didn't actually realise when I was watching this that the race had actually finished. So I was like thinking, can he get on the next lap at the end? But again, lag again. I don't know if that's my screen. Obviously, I was lagging a lot earlier. But this is just mine. I'm just saying, Mantis is getting away here from Francisco, so that equal cars is very interesting to see. Obviously, it's equal cars with the exclamation marks, as we all know about equal cars multiplayer lobbies. Light Cruiser is too far back from Maggotts and Beckett's, and looks like Francisco is going to hold on for second place. Goes a bit wide, he loses the back end, and that's it. There's your 1, 2, 3. Mantis, Francisco, and Light Cruiser. Light Cruiser comes across the line. Obviously, not everybody bit, but those three I expect to be at the front challenging for this championship. That is it. Obviously, by the time I loaded, half the people actually left. The 15th and last. It can only get better for me. I won't be recording the next race, as I mentioned. I may do something, try and set something where I'll record a mobile onto the screen, but I'll have to practice that as well. And that will also, I may try and have a fiddle about the CPU, but I can't promise any of that, and that might take a bit more time than the next week to sort out, especially the fact I work full time. Hopefully you've enjoyed this 3-lap race. Apologies for the sound being an absolute nightmare. Go and check out all the other people's channels and of course if you want to follow the latest in the Afro League, they do have a Twitter account. I'll put those links, and to Ruben Lights, who's Light Cruiser's YouTube channel in the link, because he streamed last night's episode live, so you can actually go and watch his point of view live, and Yama did as well. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see career mode and more F1 2017 content, and perhaps more of the Afro League if I can get that all the technical issues sorted out. Until the next episode, I'll see you next time. Enjoy this. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye bye.